welcome to the second episode of Everything in Between. So, I would like to thank you for coming back. So let's get right into it. Let's start talking about movies. So the first movie that I would like to talk about is Lin-Manuel Miranda's In the Heights. In the Heights is based off the musical written by Lin-Manuel Miranda, which has won multiple Tonys. It has closed, actually, and it's not on Broadway anymore. But the movie for the trailer has come out not too long ago. I want to say right before my last episode. The movie is set to release in the summer of 2020. So, in case you haven't noticed, In the Heights, it's about a, quote, block that's disappearing, end quote. And it follows lives of different characters who deal with different issues of family, love, and community. As gentrification begins to take hold of their mostly Latino neighborhood. So it takes place in Washington Heights, which is in New York City, and one of the main characters is Usnavi, which Lynn has originated. So the movie plans to have people like Anthony Ramos in it and Olga Meredith, who is reprising her role as Abuela Claudia, which she originated in the Broadway version of In the Heights. And like I said, Anthony Ramos is in the film. He will be Usnavi, who is a bodega owner. He has recently appeared in A Star is Born and originated the roles of John Lawrence and Philip Hamilton in Lin-Manuel Miranda's other hit musical, Hamilton. He says that he remembers the day he saw it In the Heights, which was about a decade ago. And he said he, quote, didn't only relate to these characters, but I knew them, end quote. So for now, that's all I have on In the Heights. The next movie is Dolittle. Dolittle is set to come out on January 17th, 2020. It is a reboot of the Dr. Dolittle franchise, which has seen many different Dolittles. The reboot is set to have Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Dolittle himself, as well as Tom Holland, Emma Thompson, Selena Gomez, Ralph Fiennes, Rami Malek, and John Cena, as well as many others. The trailer for this has also been out for a while now. You can see it on Robert Downey Jr.'s Instagram, as well as just looking it up on YouTube or something. So many of the fans who have seen the originals are very excited for this, which is very nice. Before I get to my thoughts on Frozen 2, I'm going to just go to some, let me just say, sadder news. recently, the stand-up comedian Chris Cotton passed away at the age of 32 years. Um, one source claims that he has died from obesity. One of the most tragic aspects of him dying is the fact that him and his wife were expecting a child in February. A statement from the network addressed Cotton's death by stating he was a hilarious comedian and a member of the Comedy Central family. He worked on the online talk show series Every Damn Day. After his passing, other comedians and stars shouted out to Mr. Cotton, including Hannibal Buress, who took to his Twitter account to commemorate Chris. As I mentioned before, online claims his death was caused by complications from very severe obesity. An autopsy report revealed there was a blood clot in his lungs that caused his heart to stop. The examiner wrote in the report, significant conditions contributing to death is morbid obesity. So he is not the first comedian this year that we have lost. Earlier this year, Brody Stevens, who passed away from suicide, died earlier this year. It was revealed in February that he was found dead in his home. He died from hanging. Both were very well respected men, and we'll miss them both. So now it is time for my thoughts on Frozen 2. So I have just recently gone to go see Frozen 2 with my friend. So if you heard that it was better than the original, then you have heard right, because I think it was definitely better than the original, which is surprising since usually the original is always better. I loved how all the characters grew in this movie, and I think it had some really good lessons in it. Like the first movie had a really good lesson. I think the music, there were some darker points in it, but those darker points were also kind of inspirational. So I wouldn't hesitate to take your younger kids to go see this movie, even if they don't understand some of the points that are getting across, depending on how old they are. But I would definitely give this movie a solid 8, 9-ish out of 10. Like I said, there were some darker points that were a little bit dark for a kids movie, but not so dark that I wouldn't bring my younger siblings to it or anything. But for now, this is it. I can't wait to see you guys next week.